Hey everyone, James Baek here. Welcome back for another episode of VGC Back-to-Back Bows. Yes, my hair is a bit different because I got a haircut and not sure how I like it, but maybe I'll wear a hat in the next episode. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm probably going to wear a hat in the next episode. Today's team, we got Azumarill, Amoonguss, Tyranitar, Salamence, Porygon-2, and Heatran. We were trying out Andrew Burley's second place regionals team, which was Fort Wayne. Yes, it was Fort Wayne. And a variation because I think Dragon Nest Tyranitar goes really well with the Amoonguss and the Belly Drum Azumarill. I think it could be an interesting idea to try with this team, and I do want to test that out. Plus, I am using the physical support Mega Salamence just because I think Tailwind could be pretty interesting with this team as well, since there is no Escadrille to take advantage of the speed with Sand Rush. Anyway, we're going to find our two battles, see how we do. Our first opponent is a 1702 rated player from Japan. Bring a counter Sand team. Oh man, this Sand team counters my Sand team. We do have the Porygon-2 though, which kind of beats his entire team, barring the Superior. How do I want to lead off? Because my Milotic is a very scary Pokemon, and I'm afraid he's going to lead it. I think Porygon-2 is a very nice lead here. Porygon-2 just does so much work against this team. I think Porygon-2 is going to be our ace in the hole for this battle. Maybe Heatran. But my Milotic is probably going to lead. I wouldn't mind leading Salamence. And again, that gives his Escadrille a chance to set up. Do I lead Azumarill? I think Azumarill could do decent here. Ooh, this is going to be a tough decision. I know Porygon-2 definitely wants to be a lead. What would he lead against me? I think Salamence Tyranitar wouldn't be so bad against me. Yeah, I could really see that. You know, I think I'll go with Azumarill. Have Heatran in the back. And we'll try Salamence out. Yeah, I think that's good. I don't want to bring Tyranitar in this matchup just because Superior is going to give it trouble. I believe my Tyranitar that I EV'd this actually underspeed Superior, even after Dragon Dance, which is a shame because if we could outspeed it, that would probably change the matchup. It's also interesting to note the Gengar, so it could be Dual Mega with Gengar Salamence. Also, if it is Sand, the focus sash on the Gengar seems a bit iffy, so maybe it might be carrying the safety goggles. An item I was testing with a Sand team earlier actually this week. I was trying out safety goggles Gengar in Sand. It actually did pretty fantastic. It just beat all the Kangaskhan and Amoonguss Azumarill combos. So I'm going to lead Porygon-2 Azumarill, double blue here, against my opponent. Yep, it is Tyranitar Salamence. Woo! Good thing I called that right. Alright, so he's going to get the Intimidate off, which is fine. The Sandstream's going to activate. Interesting to note that the Intimidate went before the Sandstream, so it won't be a Choice Scarf Tyranitar, unless it's a really slow Scarftar, and I doubt that. My best play here is just to go for the Ice Beam. Now the question is, I don't know what the Salamence wants to do. He might want to just go for the attack because he's worried about the Azumarill setting up a Belly Drum. I think it's actually worth risking the Azumarill for that Belly Drum though. Because if he does go for the attack onto Azumarill, I do get the Ice Beam and knock out the Mence, and knocking out the Mence would be so huge for me. You know what, I'm going to risk it. Going to go for the Belly Drum and the Ice Beam. Reasons I already said earlier. He is going to Mega Evolve. Let's see if he protects or not. If he protects, huge misplay. I kind of doubt it though. He might be worried I'm setting up Trick Room as well. As he just launches the Hyper Voice, which makes sense. Going to do a huge amount of damage and a Rock Slide coming out. So probably not going to be able to set up the Azumarill after this Rock Slide. Yeah. Actually we might, but I think the Sand might take us out. Oh, no. We're not. Which is actually fine. We do get the Ice Beam off, and it is analytic boosted, so we will knock out this Salamence, which is really nice. Getting rid of the Mega Salamence means I don't have to risk any speed ties with my Mence, which is really good. Of course, it is a shame that both my Pokemon took so much damage. especially if there's an Escadrille in the back, and I do not want to handle that. It's also hard to switch into Salamence because of the Rock Slide, so maybe I should have protected Azumarill. Might have been the better play, but again, if I could have gotten the Blade Drum off, I would have. The Superior is going to come out now. Does the Leaf Storm Rock Slide knock me out? Probably after this range, right? I don't want my Porygon-2 to take too much damage, because if it's my Lodic in the back, this is my only check to my Lodic, really. So I think I'm going to pull a double switch. I'm going to switch out the Porygon-2 and the Azumarill into Salamence, because I'll eat up a Leaf Storm no matter what. There's also the... oh wait, does my Salamence outspeed Superior? I really need to re-EV this Mance. I don't think I'm running max speed! Yeah, this could be a problem. As he does fire off the Leaf Storm into the Porygon-2, trying to get rid of it. He's taking that like a champion. There's the special attack raise. There's the Rock Slide coming out. We shouldn't do too much, unless it's a crit. Oh, that crit's gonna set us back a lot. Yep. Salamence goes down. Really unfortunate crit there. I'm gonna bring out a Azumarill. I can't risk the Porygon-2, as I said earlier. I'm gonna fire off a Heat Wave Aqua Jet. I see no reason not to. Oh man, I needed that Mance alive. I could have set up a Tailwind, because I do carry the Tailwind. I could have just knocked out the Superior right after Mega Evolving. Now, if this thing has HP Ground, I'm really scared. But we do get the Aqua Jet off onto the Tyranitar. Does an okay amount. No weakness policy. He does carry the Hidden Power Ground, which I was scared of. We do carry the Shuca Berry. +2. Yeah, that didn't do much. The Rock Slide's gonna hurt, and maybe finish us off. Oh, but... okay, so two unfortunate things happened. We missed the Heat Wave on Tyranitar, which would have probably put in another... oh my god. Is that Thunder Wave Tyranitar? You guys know me. I use Thunder Wave Tyranitar. That is awesome. That is awesome. The Superior barely misses the KO. But here, I think... Double Protect is probably the better play, right? I would assume so. Yeah, definitely Double Protect is the best play. Because if he switches out, that's still fine. Because Superior won't be a threat when it's at neutral. Ah, man. That Heat Wave miss on Tyranitar is unfortunate, because I could have just went for the Aqua Jet and sacked on my Azumarill here. Okay, but he's not going to switch out, so unless he changes the weather for some reason. Come on, Azumarill! He fires off the Leaf Storm. Maybe I should have went for the Aqua Jet Earth Power, but... oh, man. That really stinks. Really does stink. The Rock Slide. Oh man, the crit, the para. Well, let's see what his last mon is. We'll see. If it's Escadrille, I think we had lost. Well, we could have won still. Yeah, I think we could have won. Porygon-2 is going to come out. If it's my Lodic, we still have a good chance. It's Escadrille. Okay, so I don't know how we would have pulled this off, but I definitely think we could have won. He's a fool if he goes for Earthquake. I'm going to Heat Wave and I'm going to go for the Recover. Or do I risk the Double Protect? I think maybe risking the Double Protect is the best play. Yeah, and go for the Recover. I think that is my only chance of winning. We do get the Double Protect off, which is not bad. Let's see if he carries Drill Run or not. Tyranitar is going to go for the Protect, which is nice, actually. This is really nice. This gives us a shot of winning. He's going to go for that Earthquake. Luckily, Porygon-2 won't be knocked out by a single Earthquake, and we can get a Recover. That doesn't... that's a crit Earthquake? Wow, that did nothing. That did absolutely nothing as we get the Recover off. Sandstorm subsides, which is excellent. Because now I can go for the double into the Tyranitar. Is Escadrille most likely going to protect here? Or maybe just fire off a Rock Slide, but if he fires off a Rock Slide, I think that might loosen the game if Earth Power does knock out the Tyranitar. I am modest max special attack, by the way, so I might be able to knock out this Tyranitar. It's not Assault Vest. I'm pretty sure it's not Shucker Berry. I don't think it would be Shucker Berry. He's just going to launch a Rock Slide, so if we don't flinch with both our Pokemon, we should be good. We do get the Earth Power off into the Tyranitar. Nice. That doesn't knock it out. Ooh. He goes for the Thunder Wave. Into the Porygon. Oh man, this is going to rely on some hacks, isn't it? Never mind, we lost. We lost. He's just going to go for a Rock Slide. I have to hope for a Rock Slide and miss. I have to go for a Rock Slide and miss. Porygon-2 avoids, but of course not the Heatran. Why would you want to avoid a Rock Slide, Heatran? Oh man, we're going to lose this game. Specifically because I could not set up the Tailwind. If I could have set up the Tailwind, this game could have been really easy to win. Yeah, Porygon-2 is going to get paralyzed again. Oh man, Porygon-2 I thought had the game. I'm really surprised he didn't bring Milotic though. I thought Milotic would have been an excellent Pokemon to bring against my team. But apparently my opponent just deciding that Superior was the better option. I guess maybe because he didn't have much for the... Well, he did have a lot for the Azumarill combo with Amoonguss because of the... Probably the Focus Sash on Escadrille. But yeah, that game... I'm not going to complain about luck. That is a part of this game, and we do have to play against it. We are going to find our second battle and move on. Okay, 1584 from the United States as our second opponent of the day. Bringing a pretty interesting team. You got Amoonguss, Landorus, Milotic, Raikou, Mienshao, and Charizard. Now, this could be a Charizard X, could be a Charizard Y as well. They're both possible. But we see two interesting Pokemon, Raikou and Mienshao. Raikou usually was more offense. Well, actually, no. It was kind of both in 2013. In 2013, it was used as either an offensive Pokemon with Choice Specs or Life Orb. Not very common, but in the Korean metagame of 2013, it was used as a support Pokemon with Snarl, and it was a really cool option. I think now Raikous are usually carrying the screens, which is a very cool option indeed. But let's see what we're gonna do. Tyranitar is very nice. Oh, Milotic's definitely gonna lead here. If he doesn't lead Milotic, I don't know what he's doing. I think I'm gonna lead Porygon-2. And Heatran? Yeah, because in case he leads... I want to bring these four. Is there anything wrong with them? I don't see much wrong with them. I think I'm going to go for it. The question is, will that be a Charizard X or Charizard Y? As those are going to be some factors into this game. Charizard X could be some trouble. Charizard Y is a lot easier to deal with. Actually, Heatran walls Charizard X either way. But then again, Heatran can take about 3 + 1 Dragon Claws, if I'm correct. Don't quote me on damage calcs, as we'll see what my opponent's tricks are. As I think that Milotic will lead, because I think my opponent will like to lead Milotic against my team. Because Salamence would be a very good lead here. As I am going to lead the Porygon-2 and the Heatran against my opponent's... please be Milotic. It is Milotic. Oh, this is actually a very good lead for me. Nice, so I could get a straight Toxic off onto this Milotic, and I think I'm going to go for that. Getting the residual damage onto the Milotic will be huge. I think my best place to protect... Yeah, I think protecting is the better call. Well, I think I could live a Thunderbolt plus Scald. We could also see Snarl or Light Screen come out from the Raikou. It might be better just to go for the Heat Wave or Earth Power. I'm going to go for the Earth Power into the Raikou. I want damage off. He's going to go for the Snarl. He's trying to avoid, which is really fortunate because getting a nice Earth Power into this Milotic would be great. Well, not Milotic, the Raikou. As the Scald's going to come out, let's see who he targets. It's going to be the Heatran. Going to do some good damage as we're going to get the Earth Power into the Raikou. No Sugar Berry, which is interesting. Maybe Citrus Berry or Salt Vest. That's definitely a Salt Vest. As Toxic is going to come out. and target this Porygon, this Milotic down, which is nice. As I think I could go for an Analytic Hidden Power onto this Raikou. And I am going to do that. And I'm just going to protect Heatran just because protecting Heatran is a safe play. I do not want to lose my Heatran right away, especially if he's got a Moongus in the back. I would imagine a Landorus and Charizard in the back. As he's going to Snarl, I'm guessing he's Assault Vest. A -2 Porygon-2. Luckily, we do have the Analytic boost. Maybe Toxic might have been the better play as he does Scald into the Heatran once again, as the Hidden Power is going to come out and target down this Raikou, doing it really poor amount, not gonna lie, but this Toxic's really adding up onto the Milotic, which is great. Here I think I want to go for the Recover, because I think Raikou is in Rock Slide range, and I'm gonna send a Tyranitar just to get the residual damage. I don't care if he gets the Scald, I don't care if he burns me because I carry the Lumberry, so luckily Lumberry Tyranitar makes this a safe switch in unless he crits me. And I don't care about a Snarl coming from this Raikou, which is probably going to happen. As he keeps continuing to Snarl, again, that's fine. Porygon-2 is doing what it loves best anyway, which is playing a nice Toxic Recover game. As the special attack is going to lower, and the Scald is going to come out. Not going to do that much because we are in the sand, as it's not even a 2-hit KO. Here's the Recover. As, actually, we didn't even need that Recover. I thought that would have done more, actually. But then again, he's only hitting me with Snarls. As my Milotic just taking a whole whopping amount from that Toxic. I think I just want to stall out with Tyranitar. I don't care if he double targets. He might pull a switch. That's fine with me. Getting this Porygon to save for the Landorus is my main priority right now. So I'm going to protect Tyranitar and... yeah, just going to protect Tyranitar as a safe play. He doesn't have that much that can really switch into it. I'd probably imagine the Landorus would switch in if there is a possible switch in. My Milotic might want to switch out. But I'd rather just play it safe in case he doesn't switch out. Because once another Toxic happens, I can go for another Rock Slide. And Rock Slide might be able to KO the Milotic after the Toxic damage that it takes now. With the Sand damage adding up, of course. Raikou is getting slowly worn down. My team, 2 Pokemon around 50%, which is alright. Actually, he might not even have a switch out because there might be the Mienshao in the back. And Mienshao is not a Pokemon that really wants to switch out. Okay, my Loki is going to switch out. I guess I could have predicted that. Not really big deal. But Moongus is coming out. Interesting. That's not really what you call a threat. As he's going to go for the Thunderbolt into the Porygon-2, but I'm just going to gain that HP back with the Recover. He gets a critical hit. Not going to matter. The Recover is going to basically get me back up into full health anyway. These Snarls are going to be a bit of an annoying issue, though. Maybe I should switch out the... well, getting Mence in here would be really nice. Do I want to get Mence out now? I think I'd rather just go for the Ice Beam into the Amoonguss. Yeah, I'm just going to Ice Beam into the Amoonguss. His Milo is in double edge range and most likely Landorus is not on the field. I'm just going to set up a Dragon Dance. If he goes for the Thunderbolt, a Giga Drain into Tyranitar, that would be his best play. But he's actually going to stay in and keep Thunderbolting this Porygon-2, which is actually doing a decent amount. Maybe his max with a Assault Vest. I would imagine so. As we do get the Ice Beam off into this Amoonguss, should do a decent amount, even... oh, that's not doing anything. There's a Spore. Let's see, it's into the Tyranitar, which is fine. We do carry the Lumberry. And we're going to just eat that Lumberry up, get back into our comfort zone. Sand is still up. He does not really have a good switching. He just really doesn't have a good switching. As here, I think I'm just going to fire off a Recover and Rock Slide, because I don't see any reason not to. Yes, I'm just going to fire off a Rock Slide and Recover. Okay, so I might be... if we could get a flinch into this Amoonguss, that would be great, because I really don't want my Tyranitar actually taking too... well, I don't want it to be put asleep. He gets another crit with the Thunderbolt. That one might matter, but we're still going to get a Rock Slide off. And if we can flinch him, I'm fine with the trade-off. As that Amoonguss takes a lot. And it's Citrus Berry Amoonguss, not something you normally see on Amoonguss. It used to be a more common item, but Rocky Helmet just for the Kangaskhan is pretty much what most people run now. As Porygon-2 able to recover all that health, here comes the Spore into the Tyranitar, which, you know what, it isn't the worst thing in the world, but it isn't the best thing either. We're going to take Sand Damage, and I'm guessing the Charizard wants to come out. Landorus might want to come out as well. Probably Charizard. I would assume Charizard in the back. Now the question is, what do I want to do? Do I want to take that sleep turn? Or do I just want to go for the attack? Or do I just want to switch on to Salamence to take a possible incoming Solar Beam? However, there could be an incoming... it could be an incoming Spore if he predicts that slot right. I think I'm going to go for the Toxic into the Charizard, and I think I will switch out the Tyranitar. Oh, I do still have Heatran, so Heatran can take a Solar Beam. It can take a Heat Wave. So yeah, I'm fine with switching to Heatran. Heatran in this position would be really great here. Even if he does carry the Hidden Power Ground, my Heatran does carry the Shucker Berry, and I think at this range I'll still be able to live just because I am a bulky Heatran. Yeah, I think I'll definitely be able to live a Hidden Power Ground. An HP Ground from Charizard doesn't even knock out a max... Well, it's not max HP Heatran, but it's pretty darn close. I think it's 196? Yeah, I'm 196. It's either 196 or 204 investment, I don't remember. We are going to withdraw Tyranitar, get that sand up for later just to neuter this Charizard. We'll see if it's X right now. But if it's X, I did get the Toxic off. It is X, so I do call that correctly. As we're going to be in some trouble here. But he has no way to get rid... He's going to go for that Dragonance, which is fine. Because, again, Heatran's here. It walls the X. As we're going to get a Toxic off, it does connect, which is really fortunate. I needed that Toxic to connect right there. As the Spore is going to come out, probably into the Porygon. Oh, it's into that Heatran slot. Really good call by my opponent, predicting that switch, but that is still fine. Sandstorm subsides. The residual damage might have been nice. As here, I'm going to go for the Recover. And I might as well just take that turn with Sleep right now. Just because I don't care if Porygon-2 goes to sleep right now. He has Brick Break. That's something new. Yikes. As we do get the Recover up, which is nice. Brick Break. That's an issue. A Tough Claws boosted Brick Break is definitely an issue. This is bad. I shouldn't have switched out Tyranitar. I'm gonna bring out Salamence here. Get the Intimidate off onto both these mods. So now the Charizard's at neutral. Now the question is, do I predict him to go for a Dragonance, or do I just predict him to go for a Dragon Claw? I think his best play is to go for the Dragon Claw. I'm just gonna hit him Power Ground the Charizard though. Ooh, I could switch out Mens. Who was his last Pokemon? It was Milotic, right? So I can just protect my Mens here. Yeah, no reason to risk it. He also might protect the Charizard too, just to get the Spore out, but that's not a problem for my team, as I said. Not really a big issue. Ooh, the clock's going down. 5 minutes in the normal match, if this was VGC, but I think the Toxic would win me because I think the Charizard would be knocked out by the Toxic. Actually, wait. We don't know if he's carrying Dragon Claw. Well, that's why I'm scouting with Protect. But if he doesn't carry Dragon Claw, he's kind of screwed here. Not gonna lie, he's kind of screwed here because he has nothing to touch my Mens. If he doesn't have a Fire type move, though, that would be an issue. Or if he doesn't have Protect, that's also an issue, and he does carry the Dragon Claw. Charizard's gonna Protect, though, which is excellent, as he's probably gonna go for the target into my Salamence, and my Porygon-2 does have a chance to wake up, or just takes another guaranteed turn of sleep, which is fine because Amoonguss is not gonna do anything. It's gonna Spore into my Mens slot. Yeah, he definitely doesn't carry, yeah, he definitely doesn't carry Dragon Move. And even if he does carry Dragon Move, I'm still going to live. As here, I think I'm going to go for the recover of Porygon-2, and I think I'm just going to go for the double edge straight into the Charizard. Nah, I think that targeting Amoonguss is smarter because I could get stalled out by the Amoonguss in Fury. So yeah, I'm going to target the Amoonguss down because I'll definitely live a Dragon Claw from a Charizard X because I do carry a little investment bulk, and I say little, literally very little bulk on this Mence. I do have more HP though, as you can tell by my HP stat. That came from the speed. That doesn't outspeed Superior. I need to fix that. I really do. Really gotta fix that. Oh man, this battle is taking longer than I thought, man. But that Brick Break just caught me off guard. I'm hoping Porygon-2 can wake up here. Actually, if we just get rid of the Charizard X, we win. Because what can my Lodic do? As he doesn't carry Dragon Claw, he goes for Brick Break into Porygon-2. Not gonna do much at neutral. Here's the double edge. Boom. Into the Amoonguss. That's gonna pick up the knockout onto the Amoonguss, which is nice. And now Porygon-2, if you would kindly wake up Monster. There we go. There's the recover. And we're back at full, which is really nice. This Toxic's doing so much work. I'm loving Toxic on the Porygon-2. Just wearing down this Charizard so much. We also have the Milotic from Toxic. As here, I can just go for the recover again and protect Mence because there's nothing my opponent can really do to touch me. Charizard's going to go down to another 2 turns of Toxic, guaranteed. Unless he carries Rest or Roost, but if he Roosts, he wastes a turn of offensive pressure. And Milotic can't do anything. Unless it carries Toxic itself, but it's not going to beat me 1v1 unless it carries a status healing move such as Rest or Refresh. Yeah, Refresh. I know it can't learn Aromatherapy, and I don't think it can learn Heal Bell. And besides, I would win this battle just because of timer anyway, because there's no way he could really come back from this battle. So everything going according to plan. That Brick Break caught us off by surprise, but luckily he replaced Dragon Claw. Checkmate. As you cannot win. The Protect is coming from the Mence. Let's see what he's going for. Probably the Brick Break. Oh, he's going to go for another Dragon Dance, which is a nice play on his part. However, he only has one more turn. As the Ice Beam is going to come out from the Milotic. Here's the recover, but it fails. And we can definitely live a +1 Brick Break, as Charizard really getting worn down. The Milotic's also getting worn down thanks to Toxic. My best play is just to go for another recover and switch out Mence into the Tyranitar, because there's no reason to keep the Tyranitar around. Salamence can knock out the Milotic with a double edge at this range, definitely. And yeah, there's nothing my opponent can do. There were a bunch of plays I could have made, but I'm already guaranteed to win, and I'm not screwing this up. So I'm just going to make these plays because I can. Not much my opponent can do. The Charizard's going to faint, unless it goes for Roost, but then again, the Toxic's still adding up over time, and it's going to do more to where it actually knocks it out. Does Toxic even have a limit? That's the question. I know it keeps doubling every turn, but does it actually have a limit? I'm curious. Tyranitar is going to come out. More sand, more residual damage, which is excellent. I'm not risking this being a bold Milotic. There's the Brick Break onto Porygon-2. Not going to knock it out. We get a recover off. It's going to go for the Ice Beam into Salamence, which is into Tyranitar slot. We eat that up. The recover is going to come out. Yeah. And now Charizard X is gone, and he has no way to touch the Porygon-2. He could Scald Burn if he wants, but I can just keep recovering as... Yep, the Charizard X. Good thing I suspected it in the beginning. Good thing I brought Heatran too. I'm really glad that I brought Heatran instead of the other Mons. What was I going to bring against this? I was almost about to bring Amoonguss. But yeah, I can just go for the Hidden Power Ground, Analytic Boosted, and Rock Slide. Just showing off Porygon-2's longevity on the field. It can really last a long time. He's going to recover. Trying to stall this out, but the Toxic's still going to add up over time. The Hidden Power Ground is going to connect with the Milotic. He also just gave my Tyranitar a free turn. Moronga Bear is going to activate, which doesn't matter because the Hidden Power Ground was kind of useless anyway. Kind of glad I did go for the Sand stall though, and he would have definitely lost by timer. It's already 14 minutes on the clock, which means we already had a 16 minutes. VGC official rules is 15 minutes per battle. As I'm going to go for the Protect and Recover. His Tyranitar is going to stay asleep. Again, that's fine. Mence just wins me the game. Scald's going to come out. I'm curious if this is going to knock us out. As we live on 5. We're going to get a Recover off. This is the most boring end game ever. But you know what? We still win. We still win. Especially after that last battle. Rock Slide. Rock Slide's such a good move. It really is. You have 2 chances to crit. 2 chances to flinch. I mean, really, who wouldn't want that? As here, I'm just going to Hidden Power Ground and Crunch. No reason not to. As, let's see. Tyranitar actually takes 3 turns of sleep. If this was a... Oh, and he's going to go for Recover. Wow, buddy, you're just wasting both our times, man. The Toxic's going to add up still. I just want to say checkmate already. Well, it is checkmate, to be honest, because... my loader cannot win this, but I want to record more battles. I'm recording videos in a row because there were no videos for the past 2 days because of business I had to take care of. So, want to make sure I can get videos up. I can work on future videos as well because of this. We do get the crunch off. Let's see if it will knock out my Lodic. As it will knock out my Lodic, and I can finally say officially, it is checkmate, pal. As we are going to take 1 win, 1 loss in this episode, which isn't bad, especially since you guys saw how bad the first one was. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of VGC Back-to-Back Battles. If you did, please leave a like down below. Also check out the rest of my stuff and my social medias. And yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys next time.